Alright, let's get real for a minute. You've seen all those buff people at the gym chugging down their protein shakes like it's the elixir of life. But do you actually know what's in that mysterious blend of powder and liquid? If you think it's just plain old protein, think again. Because today, we are going to unravel the dark side of these protein shakes. First of all, let's talk about what protein actually is. There are so many protein supplements available today, including whey protein, casein, soy, pea protein, hemp protein, and so on. And sure, everybody knows they all cause your muscles to bulk up, but that's not the end of it. Protein is one of the micronutrients which is very important in the human body, besides being crucial in the development of muscular tissues, among others such as the tissue repairer, enzyme, and hormones. However, not all proteins are the same, and more specifically, not all proteins act the same way with everyone, and we will tell you why. The favorite among those muscular men you meet at gyms is whey protein that is derived from milk. This makes it a complete protein, as it contains all the 9 essential amino acids that cannot be synthesized in the human body. Whey is quite famous for its fast digestion, making it the best option for muscle recovery after a tense workout. But what's often overlooked is that whey protein can come in 3 different forms: concentrate, isolate, and hydrolyzed. Whey concentrate is the least processed and contains fat and lactose, whereas whey isolate is further processed as most of the fat is eliminated and the lactose reduced. Since hydrolysate is pre-digested, this is the easiest for the body to break down. However, it's also the most processed. And you know what they say about processed protein. It might be convenient, but it often comes with a side of unwanted extras. From sneaky additives and artificial flavors to questionable fillers, processed protein can turn your healthy shake into a cocktail of things your body doesn't need. Now, let's unravel what exactly is inside what we call a protein shake. You know that sweet taste you get after sipping your protein shake? It seems like a little reward after your workout, right? But let's be realistic for a second. Don't you think that sweetness is too good to be true? What you might not know is that your favorite protein shake is loaded with artificial sweeteners and sugar substitutes that can mess with your cravings, spike your blood sugar, or even lead to digestive issues. So, while it might taste like a treat, it's worth asking yourself what you're really putting into your body. Is that sweetness really as harmless as it seems? In addition to sugars, these protein powders are infused with artificial flavors, including chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry to make you enjoy your protein powder. These flavors can make your shake resemble a dessert. Why bother with a heavy session of exercising and then give into a dessert in disguise of a protein shake? All your hard work should be giving you a feeling of accomplishment, rather than loading yourself with empty calories and sugars. It's more like going 2 steps forward and 1 backward. Of course it tastes great, but is that a satisfactory reason for one to believe that this shake is good for post-workout muscle building meals? And if your post-workout diet is similar to dessert, then guess what? It's time to rethink whether this shake is helpful for you or not. While on the other hand, some protein powders contain natural sugars where instead of regular sugar, they use natural products like stevia or monk fruit extract. These are plant-derived and are deemed to be a lot healthier than artificial sweeteners. But they can be bitter at times, and just how many of us are ready to willingly intake the bitter shake after the intense workout? That protein shake should have been a reward and not a punishment. Okay, let's discuss those other components which make your protein shake slurpy and creamy in texture. It is better if you know the difference between thickeners, emulsifiers, and stabilizers. The ingredients familiar to many people like xanthan gum, guar gum, or lecithin. This is one of the frequently used thickening agents available for protein powders. It is derived from fermented sugars, and this is mostly added in a small amount in your shake to produce desirable texture. Xanthan gum is deemed to be safe for consumption, but results in gastrointestinal discomfort in some users, particularly where it is consumed in sizable proportions. You should also be careful of this additive, since when you take your shake, you may find your stomach bloated or uncomfortable. Guar gum is another type of thickener, which is gotten from the seeds of guar plant. This is also included to enhance the texture. However, this same ingredient is known to bring digestive discomfort where one has a sensitivity to it like xanthan gum. Although some people stated that it can give them a longer time to feel full, this might be an advantage if you are using the shake as a meal. Now, if you ever felt nauseated, gassy, or your stomach churning after taking your protein shake, then here comes another ingredient that you should look out for: sugar alcohols. There are protein powders that employ sugar alcohols such as erythritol or xylitol in an endeavor to make their products calorie-free sweeteners. This can be useful to control the sugar levels in your body, but on the other side, they can lead to gastrointestinal side effects such as excessive formation of gases and diarrhea if taken in large amounts. Not only this, but it has a very high glycemic index, which means that once consumed, it will definitely lead to increased blood sugar levels, just like in the case of taking sugar. This can create quite a problem, especially if you are a diabetic or on a diet because you want to drop some weight. Many of you might be able to recall a certain celebrity or someone you know who had a thin and lean body, but after a year or two, you meet them and boom! Where exactly did all those muscles come from? This is where the steroids in the protein shake come in handy, and the reason why people who are trying to build muscles quickly often prefer them. And most of us do realize that steroids are not good, but do you know what makes it worse? Well, then here comes something a little more concerning: the presence of heavy metals. Yes, you heard that right. Most of the protein powders have a natural presence of heavy metals, such as lead, arsenic, and cadmium. For instance, a non-profit organization known as Clean Label Project bought 134 different brands of protein powder and conducted some tests where they discovered that the substances contained these harmful metals. Lead poisoning poses various health effects in human beings, with special effects on the children and pregnant women. They can also build up in the body over time and result in other issues, such as developmental issues, mental function, and kidney issues. With this new knowledge, you may be asking yourself how it is possible to select protein powder that is good for your body. Here are a few tips. A word of caution is always to read the label and preferably opt for products with a few additives as possible. The fewer the additives, the better, as it would enhance the product's quality and its ability to meet consumer requirements. Choose protein powders that have undergone third-party verification for heavy metals and other bad stuff. Well, now you know about the true reality of protein shakes, and surprisingly, it is a lot more than just protein. Starting with sweeteners and flavor-enhancing agents and up to thickening agents and including heavy metals. Now you're aware of what goes on in the background. Now, this does not mean that you should give up protein shakes altogether, but why not make a protein shake at home? It is not as difficult as it may seem, and you will be more mindful of the ingredients you are putting into your system. Have you seen some of those videos of Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about his diet? He swears by natural protein sources, and just look at all those muscles! He is a fan of natural protein sources and has a physique which most of us dream of. If the Terminator could gain all that strength and muscles from natural foods, why do you have to use processed powders with added chemicals? For example, a homemade shake with natural ingredients such as oats, fruits, and natural proteins proves to make your body content not only fuels your body better, but also keeps you in control of what you're consuming. So why not take a page out of Arnold's book and go for the real deal? Now that you're the smartest person in the gym, next time you see someone drinking that protein shake, you'll definitely know what's more inside that protein shake. And hopefully that will lead you to make a wiser choice. That's all for today. See ya!